I am Joe Buck. I serve as the mayor, and it's my honor to be here today and introduce two fellow community members. We have Abby and Li Ping, and Abby and Li Ping, as well as Li Ping's daughter, Emily, together with myself, Councillor Wynn, and Councillor Wynn's daughter, we made tiger dumplings. And we filmed this a few weeks ago, and it was a real honor to learn this tradition from my neighbors, which they learned, from their own families. So such rich tradition, and a real privilege to have them sharing it with us. And we want to thank all of you for joining us today to learn this dumpling making experience. I have to say, they were so good, and something that Katie and I are looking forward to making at home. So Abby, Li Ping, would you like to both say hello?
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad that you can join us, even though you cannot taste the dumpling, but I'm sure after this session, you will be able to duplicate these delicious wonders at your own home.
Hi, it's a great honor to can participate in this event. So we're happy to answer all of the questions, not just today, in the future.
Thanks, Li Ping. Yeah, we not only did we learn to make dumplings, but we learned a lot about Abby and Li Ping's family, the Chinese culture and traditions, and food is a great way to share all of that. So we are going to play the video, and you can watch, you can be cooking along. The video will be available too in the future for you as a resource. And then we'll come back afterwards, and Abby and Li Ping, experts in this topic. I am not the dumpling expert, but they are going to be glad to answer any questions you may have. So with that, let's watch the video.
Welcome to Lake Oswego Reads 2022. And now,
live from Lake Oswego, it's Dumpling Day!
Hi everyone, I'm Councillor Daniel Wynn. I'm joined today here with Li Ping. Li Ping, welcome. Can you please tell us about yourself?
Hi, my name is Li Ping, and I'm a CPA. So this is the busiest time of the year for me, but I enjoy cooking. Dumplings play a very, very important role in Chinese culture, and we celebrate a lot of things with dumplings. So let's make dumplings today.
Oh, great. Well, what kind of dumplings are we going to be starting with today, Li Ping?
This year is the tiger. So we're making tiger dumplings.
Tiger dumplings sounds dangerous.
No, it's just, the tiger, you are eating tiger. So you will be, braver than tiger.
Okay, strong like a tiger, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we have, at least we need 3 color doughs. Let's make the easiest one first. Here's the white doughs. So we put this, we're using the for the measurement, we're using gram instead of ounces, but you will get the full recipe after the video. So they will publish it. Here is the water. This is 105 gram. It's about 3 ounces for weight. 3.5 ounces, I would say.
Does it matter if it's warm or hot, or?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just
okay.
Warm
like room temperature's okay. Okay.
And this is the for the weight wise, it's a double weight of the water. So this is 3.5 ounce. This is 7 ounce.
Oh, so like a 1 to 2 ratio.
1 to 2 ratio. This is the all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour. Okay.
And you will put just a pinch of salt. In that we can make the dough, it's more chewy.
I see.
Just a pinch.
Okay.
Not that much. And then mix it.
Okay.
I'll let you
maybe
do the
I'll help. I can help with the next one. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have you to help the next one.
I'll watch for the first time and then I'll.
Just mix it.
And when you make the dough, is it always done by hand like this, or do you ever use a mixer?
Depends. If we make a lot, I use stand mixer. So, but if I just need this much, it's okay. It's not that, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Thinking about you have to wash everything.
Yeah.
And clean it up.
That's right.
I think it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. And then how long? When do you know when the dough is ready?
So if you roll it, but then we'll see. When the roll is ready, basically you will see like basically at this stage you just put all them together.
Okay.
You see here it will take about a minute, I will say.
Okay. And then when you finish making the dough, do you need to let it rest or anything? Does it need to
Yes.
rise?
You need to rest at least 20 minutes. Usually I will rest it for an hour.
Yeah. You make it look so easy. So how long have you been? Who taught you how to make dumplings?
My mom.
Your mom?
And my grandma.
Huh.
So dumplings, as I said, dumplings play a very important role. So we celebrate a lot of holidays
Yeah.
in China, using eating dumplings. Chinese New Year Eve, it's traditional food.
Oh,
So
really?
all the families after dinner. Okay, not for dinner. It's after dinner.
After dinner,
Yeah,
okay.
the entire family, we were watching movies, shows, or TV, or you just talk and at the time, and we are making dumplings. So basically, it's for the entire family to be together. Okay, if you see like this, I'm good now
Okay.
with the white dough.
Okay.
So I'll leave the dough aside normally. Then let's make the orange one.
Okay. That's a beautiful color. What makes the
This
that
is
orange?
a carrot juice.
Oh, carrot juice. Okay.
Yeah. The carrot juice, because it's a carrot juice, is not water, so you probably want to add a little bit more for the portion. So the portion will not be 1 to 2, will be about 1 to 1.8, I would say.
Okay.
So now it's your turn.
Okay.
Do that.
All right. So add this to the bowl.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then this in here.
Uh-huh.
The same flour, right? The all-purpose
Same
flour.
flour,
Okay.
all-purpose flour.
Okay. And then a pinch of salt.
Yes, a pinch of salt.
Okay. I always get scared. What exactly is a pinch?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Okay. All right.
So with the finished dough, you want to put it here and something cover it because otherwise it will dry.
I see.
So when you let it sit, you have something to cover it.
So it binds, and then after that we can probably use our bare hands to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally at this time I just
Okay.
use hand.
All right. Okay.
Is it fun?
So I can see how this can be a multi-generational thing, because I think that there's like we're doing right now, we're making the dough, and then I know that Mayor Buck is going to be with Abby to make the filling afterwards, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so I can see how this could be a good family event where we're breaking up the different tasks, and then there's the cooking part of it too, right?
I think the main thing for that is just to get people around.
Yeah.
You know, people are together, talking, chatting. We are busy during the normal time.
Yeah.
But for holidays, for family events, you want people to get together, do something. So making food together, it's a good bonding
Yeah.
event.
Well, during the Lunar New Year, isn't it common that families they will leave the cities and go to the villages? Is that something that happens? I know that it happened in the old times, but that still happen today when people go back to their hometowns, their home villages, and
Yes, so Lunar New Year, basically people all go back to their home, where they are during the regular time, but they are going back to the home.
yeah,
Yeah, it's in China we have a long holiday,
yeah. How long is it?
7 days.
7 days. Wow.
Yes, so 7 days plus people take some time off, and the travel is not that fun. You're trying to avoid if you don't have to go home, you probably want to avoid the travel during that period.
So it's like travel during Thanksgiving and before Christmas here in the United States.
Probably even worse.
Even worse. Wow.
Because think about the population in China.
Yes.
So it's different.
Wow.
Okay, so I think we're
Is that good?
with that. Uh-huh,
Okay.
yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
So now we put these things to, and we use something to cover it, sit that there for about 20 minutes.
And that allows it to rise.
Yeah, let it rest.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, next up.
Okay, so now the dough are rested. So let's make the, now we have 3 colors. We only made 2 before.
Yeah.
This one is basically still the white dough, but you added some chocolate to make the color. So we're making tiger dumplings today. We need the orange, we need white, and we also need some chocolate color, or black is okay. Also, if you have other food coloring, you can add it too, because tiger, you need some mustache.
Li Ping, you said that tiger dumplings. So are we going to be making dumplings that have all 3 colors in the same dough?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing.
Well, I thought we were talking just making them three different colors, but you're saying 3 colors in the same dough.
Yes.
I haven't seen that before.
So now I'm rolling it to, because it has rested, so it's easier to roll too long. Otherwise, it's hard. So the white dough will be inside, and the orange dough will be wrapped outside.
Okay.
In that one, we will have different colors.
So when we let the dough rest about 20 minutes, is it ever too long? Let it rest too long? Does it have a certain amount of time we have in order to work with it?
I rested, the longest time I rested, I think for about 5 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
you
it's still
can-
okay?
Still
Okay.
good. I mean, the longer the better, but not too long.
Okay.
You don't want to rest, for next day. That's what
Okay,
you
not
don't want.
overnight then, okay.
Not overnight.
Okay.
But 20 minutes to 30 minutes is the least time
Okay.
you have to rest.
But
it.
closer to a couple hours would be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
couple hours will be good. So now you like this, close to it, the lens is close to it.
Okay.
Then I'll just roll it.
So you're saying close in terms of diameter, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You want to get it this enough, roll it, make sure it can wrap outside of this.
Oh, okay. So you're wrapping outside the white dough.
Yes.
I see. And then when we steam this, it's white now, but when we steam it, or are we steaming it or are we boiling it today?
We're boiling it.
We're boiling, okay.
We
So these,
also will do pan fry. We'll do
pan fry.
2 kinds.
then does the color change more when we cook it?
Not much.
Not much, okay. So this is about what color we'll see.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Not enough. See, then I have to make it whiter.
Wow. It's like Play-Doh.
Yes, yes. So when we were little, when my parents are making dumplings.
Yeah.
I was there and hang out, and I was making troubles, and they gave me a piece of those. Hey, go ahead, shut up. Basically. See, now we wrap it outside of it.
Okay. So you just pinch it and then it sticks?
Yes.
Yeah.
It sticks. You don't have to be perfect. It's about, then it will be fine.
Okay.
And you roll it long enough.
Wow.
See, if you don't rest the dough, it's really, really hard. It will
Yeah.
be very hard.
So with this dough, we're making the dough, and the filling we're going to be using is going to be like a meat filling, right?
Yes. Well, you can have all kinds of filling you have. I like meat filling. I also like to mix with some some vegetables.
The vegetables, okay.
Yeah. Like Napa cabbage. Some chive.
Chives?
Or
Any onions?
onions. And also another one is celery.
Oh, celery.
Yeah.
Like a
It's
little bit of crunchiness, yeah. So what if you're vegetarian? Are there vegetarian versions of dumplings?
You also can do squash,
Yeah.
and you can put the chives and the eggs.
Yeah. How about tofu? You ever use tofu in dumplings?
Tofu, you have to special treat the tofu, otherwise the tofu will be a lot of water.
Ah, I see.
It's not that easy when you wrap it. Okay, so now we're good.
Okay.
So we are cutting this to little, this one I'll leave it here
Okay.
because they're not pretty enough. So like this, it's about 10
that.
gram size.
That's beautiful.
So you want to make it as round as possible. In that way, it will be easier in the future. It will be when you roll it to wrap,
Yeah,
it will be easier.
I see.
Yeah.
And you're just using, what do we call this? A dough,
Dough cutter?
dough cutter? Yeah. But if you don't have a dough cutter, you could probably just use a
You
knife.
can use a scissor, knife, whatever.
Okay, okay. So the tools aren't super high professional, or you don't have any special tools to make this, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's family food. You think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
We're done with this part.
Okay, hi, I am Mayor Joe Buck, and I'm here with Abby.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Abby. I am from the LOCC, the Lake Oswego Chinese community.
And in the first part of the segment, they made the dough.
Yes.
And so I guess now we're going to spend it.
Right, yeah, but we can't spend it without making the filling.
Oh, yes, we're going to make the filling. Okay, so,
Yes.
so these are tiger dumplings.
Right.
And so we have tiger filling.
Well, you wish,
Did
but
you get this at Albertsons, or do you have to go to Zupan's?
no, I actually use a online delivery service.
Oh, you do? Yes.
Yeah,
And so what
yeah.
kind of meat are we using?
So we're using pork today, but there's all
So
kinds.
we get it from the government.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna use pork, but vegetarian people, don't worry, okay? We got you covered. We will tell you some vegetarian fillings later. But today, you're gonna help me chop some green onion?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here
so,
you go.
And you have, we have a recipe that we're following here, but typically,
Right. Typically in
would
China, we just eyeball everything. If you tell people to tell you how to do it, they will say, oh, add a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Everything is a little bit.
okay, so
Yeah.
it's very forgiving, the recipe.
Very forgiving. Yeah, if you make a mistake, that's fine here.
No
But
big
we
deal.
did create a recipe here. We're gonna use half of the recipe, 1 pound of the pork
Okay.
to start with.
Okay.
Then later you're gonna help me chop the green onion.
So we start with the pork.
Yes, could you put the
Yes.
pork
now
into
is-
the?
Do we want it, the whole thing?
Yeah, we want the whole thing. That's 1 pound here.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
we have the just regular ground pork.
Right.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have 1.5 tablespoon of the soy sauce here.
Okay. 1.5 tablespoons.
This is the light soy sauce. We use it usually for seasoning, but there's another darker color we use for the color. So today we're gonna use the light one. Good
Okay.
job. And then we're gonna have 1 teaspoon of salt, which is here.
And I see.
Yeah.
What kind of, you're using different kind of salt here.
Yeah, this
Does
is
it matter?
No, it doesn't. Usually, sea salt, anything, what you
What kind of salt
usually.
is this?
This is the Costco salt.
Costco salt. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Straight from China.
right.
I think pretty much everything in Costco.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so 1 teaspoon of salt. Uh-huh. Okay.
And
what's
then
next?
we need some white pepper. Some people don't like the taste, but in China, we use it when we cook anything that has meat. So you
you're
just
gonna
sprinkle a
sprinkle?
little bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, a little bit of white pepper goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
It's very pungent. Okay.
Right, that's
very
great.
good,
Yeah,
very
thank
good.
you. And then we're gonna have half a teaspoon of the sugar, cane sugar, any white sugar you have.
Okay.
Don't use brown sugar.
No brown sugar.
Yeah, here.
And what happens if you use brown sugar?
It tastes.
wanna know.
I don't know about the taste. You find out and tell me. Yeah, I've never used it before. And we're gonna take some Shaoxing wine. That's the cooking wine that we use.
Now,
here.
where would people find an ingredient like this? The
Well,
Shaoxing?
Barber World Foods,
Yes.
yeah, you can find all kinds of exotic ingredients. But
Okay.
I buy this also from the online delivery
Oh, okay.
service. Yeah. So can we put a quarter cup of the
Quarter
Shaoxing
cup.
wine? Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
quarter
you.
cup.
Yeah. And after that, we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of the oyster sauce. And there's a vegetarian version of the oyster sauce too.
there
I don't,
is?
yeah, I don't know what they use to make it, but you can opt out if you don't like it. But it adds a little bit. It binds the ingredients well together and
you-
adds a little bit of flavor.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
it's
There's
kind
no
of
meat in the oyster sauce, though, is there?
well, traditionally, I think they use some kind of seafood to make it, but I really don't know the
We
technique.
don't know what's in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Don't risk it.
yeah. So it's kind of hard to do. So can I use my Chinese?
Yes.
Okay, this
Oh,
is
yes,
good.
what is- tell
My
me.
Chinese technique is just
Just
shake it. Yeah.
Shake it in there? Okay.
Yeah,
I like that technique. Let me get that a little bit on.
Yeah.
We can eyeball a tablespoon
right.
of mystery oyster sauce.
Right.
Right.
Okay, this looks good. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
Maybe a little bit. There we go.
This
Okay.
looks
All right.
really good. And then now I think we need you to chop some green onion. We need
Okay.
a quarter cup. So I have some here
Okay.
for you. It's
cup. Now, do you
washed.
use-
Yeah.
Do you favor the?
I
end
use
or
all of
the-
it, yeah, because it has different taste. But you can, if you chop it like slice it really thin slice,
Okay,
that'd
very
be
thin
wonderful.
slices.
Yeah, and when you are chopping, I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of oil to the burner to
Okay.
heat up. Yeah, later we're gonna
Okay.
use it to pour over the green onion you're chopping, and
Okay.
then the ginger to release the fragrant flavor
Very
of
good,
those 2
okay.
ingredients. Yeah.
Now, when you make dumplings, do
Mm-hmm.
you typically make dumplings and make one type of filling, or do you typically make dumplings and fill them with various? types of filling?
Various, but my son, he told me very clearly that he loves the pork one the best. Yeah, he's a 14-year-old, so you can understand why.
I
Yeah.
see. And sometimes, though, if you're making for a whole family or a party, you might have some people vegetarian,
Mm-hmm. Right.
some people vegan, some people like the pork. So you could make different kinds.
Exactly. Like Li Ping mentioned earlier, she says there's some Chinese chive you can use, and you can scramble some egg
Oh.
and mix it together. Some people like to use the glass noodle too.
Oh.
You soak it, make it soft, and then you can chop it really fine,
Oh, wow.
and you mix those together.
Now, I understand that in past times, they might put coins or money inside the
Yeah,
dumplings.
yeah, like in the old days, yeah, you need to clean it really, really well.
So
and then-
how would you be nervous then to bite into the dumpling?
Well, if you know there's one that everyone is looking for, right? Yeah, if you get it, you get a prize, or it's good luck. You be very careful when you are.
Good luck. You get a trip to the dentist.
Yeah. Exactly. You have a recommendation? Yeah.
How old were you when you first made your first dumpling?
Well, I don't remember, but I have a special story. My grandmother, who passed away long time ago, she is from northern China. So she was very good at making dumplings. She was so good, and she actually owned a dumpling little shop. Very close to our home. And then the neighborhood people will line up to get her dumpling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I learned it from her.
Oh.
But my technique is like maybe half of her technique.
Wow.
Yeah, but she makes really good ones. She especially used the Chinese chive and the pork together.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very special one. And then the Napa cabbage and the pork also makes a good taste
what was
as
the
well.
name of her shop?
Say that again.
What was the name of her dumpling shop?
Well, she never really had a name. When you are such a good cook, you don't need a name.
You don't need a name?
Yeah, people just say
Just
this
the
is a.
dumpling
Yeah,
shop?
exactly. Yeah, that dumpling shop. Everyone knows. Yeah.
Okay, John,
Okay.
I think we have about
This
a
is
quarter
this is great. Yeah. So if you want to,
But in the,
sorry.
are we going to put in the oil?
No, you need to put it on the
of
pork.
course.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we pour everything into here. I mean,
I
pour
see,
the oil. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Okay. And then we have some ginger.
Yes, we have some ginger here. I think this is good, and this is the tool
And so
that I
we're
like
going
to use.
This is a special. It looks. I saw this earlier, and I've been very excited ever since.
Yeah.
To try this out. Okay.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Because it has.
You want to
Do
cut
I
it?
just-
Yeah, you
shall
want
I
to cut
cut
it in half. It might be
Okay.
better. Yeah.
And should I use the whole thing?
Yeah. Put everything in
Put it
here.
in.
And then you just pull it. Yeah. You can pull harder. Yeah.
Pull hard.
Exactly. Looks good.
Is that good?
Yeah. You can pull like 3 more times. Okay. This is good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was very fun.
Yeah, it is very easy to use. I mean, you can chop it too, but yeah, be careful. And let me take this out, and then you can
Now,
scrape
should
it in there.
Is this quantity going to be okay?
This
It's
is
probably
good.
like-
Yeah, if people don't like ginger,
That's it.
strong ginger flavor,
Right.
you can just use half
This
or
is like
whatever.
probably like a tablespoon.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah,
Like a heaping tablespoon.
and then the oil here, it needs to be quite hot.
Okay.
The Chinese technique is that you take a chopstick
Okay.
and then you poke in there. When you see bubble coming out, you know it's like really hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not quite here.
Yeah, we're not quite yet.
Let's crank that up there. How much oil did you put in the pan?
I put in 1 tablespoon
Okay,
for the
very
half
small
recipe.
amount.
Yeah, very small amount. But because we're gonna use the sesame oil too. But if
Okay.
you don't like the sesame oil, some people think it's too strong taste. You can use any vegetable oil. I think this is hot enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we can. Do you want to pour it over the ginger and the
Yes.
green onion? Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
turn that off, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to pour the oil right over.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
good.
very
When it's
good.
really hot, you can hear that sound. You know, it's
Crackling.
yeah. And now we can put a little bit, 1 tablespoon of the sesame oil. That's this
Okay.
guy. Yeah.
We'll just do the, maybe like your grandmother. Okay.
This is great. Yeah.
Eyeball
So
it.
now you have a choice. In China, we can mix with chopsticks, or you can use the spatula.
Oh, show
Whichever.
me how you would mix with chopsticks.
Well, the chopstick is like you separate and then you start stirring. You know, the chopstick is so useful. You not only use it to eat, but you
also
use it
to-
for cooking. Yeah, so you can do that. And then you want to try?
Yes.
And here I have some water that's like half cup. When you are mixing, you pour
Okay.
the water in there, like a little bit
Okay.
each time. Yeah.
While you're mixing, just a little bit. Okay.
That's yeah, when you're mixing a little bit. And then when you see the water is being absorbed by the meat, then you add some more.
Okay.
So this is gonna create that broth in the dumpling when you bite in it.
I see.
Yeah, because when you are mixing, it constantly gets to be absorbed by the meat. But when the meat is being cooked and hot, the soup will be released. And this is one way to make the soup in the dumpling. Another way is using the gelatin, the pork
Using
gelatin.
like a pork gelatin, you
Yeah.
can just mix in with that.
Right.
So when you bite into this dumpling, you want to have, it's not going to be just a solid filling, you'll have some liquid inside.
Yeah, and then you
there
will
as well.
feel the pork is like very tender.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely not going to
This
be
smells
chewy.
Fantastic.
I can smell it too. Smell good. Anytime you
Very
want to
good.
change to the spatula, that'd be fine with me.
tell you,
I'm not
well,
offended.
No.
You're doing
I'm
great.
gonna
I'm not
stick it out.
saying, yeah, I'm not saying
Although I
you're
will
doing
not
a
lie,
bad
my
job.
hand
It's
is
actually
starting to
perfect.
cramp, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have done this before, right?
Well,
Let's put a little bit water. Yeah.
can you mix with both your right and your left hand?
Actually, you can. And some people, like if you want to use some cooking gloves and you can use with your hand, some people don't, you wash your hand and you can use your
course.
hand, yeah. And then you can actually feel how tender the meat is.
Are you able
yeah.
to use chopsticks with your left hand and your right hand?
Well, not like my dominant hand is my right hand, but
That's
I
mine
can.
too.
Yeah, but I can use that one too. Yeah, if
my
I
right hand's-
try to challenge myself. Do you want me to
This will be a
work a little
contest
bit?
for another day. Well, that's
This
coming
is-
along here.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, but we want to see them, mix like really good together, like binding together, because there's a Chinese. This is great. Yeah,
Okay,
this is
so
a.
you can't over mix this.
No, you can't.
well,
yeah,
get
but
more
you can
aggressive.
undermix it.
You
yeah.
can't under. Okay, well, this is good to know.
Yeah.
I was kind of taking it easy.
Yeah, that's right. This looks really good because then you want to see some white, like making the
The
string.
fat.
Yeah, the fat is like being poured and
Okay.
then mix. This looks really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do we have more water to add?
Yeah, we
But
have
we're
a
not
little
quite ready
bit.
yet?
We can add a little bit. I think we are about done. You're doing a great job.
Okay. Well, thank you, Abby.
Faster than I do.
Well,
This is great. So when you first make this dumpling and you're not quite sure whether your seasoning is to your taste, you can take a little ceramic spoon, that's what we use, or whatever you have at home, put a little filling in there, microwave for like 20 seconds,
Okay.
and then you can see the taste. This is really good. You're doing a wonderful job.
wow.
Maybe
you
you-
sound very sincere about that.
No, I am very sincere. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm impressed. Yeah, it looks good. I think we are done. I think
Okay.
you made the filling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then can't wait to put them together with the dough
Now,
and then
once we make
taste
the
it.
filling, do we need to? Do you let it set in the fridge?
No,
or
you don't. Oh,
have
some
to?
people do actually. If you put in the fridge,
Right.
so it's gonna help the liquid like being salt
Okay.
a little bit,
Okay.
harder. So then when you make the dumpling, and it's
you
gonna
could do
be
this in
soupy.
advance?
You definitely can.
Okay,
Yeah, you can do
okay.
it one night.
That's a pro tip.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
it is. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have made the dough, we have made the filling, and as Councillor Nguyen pointed out, this is an activity that can be shared among many generations. So we have with us Emily, who is Li Ping's daughter, right?
Okay.
And we have Antoinette, who is Councillor Nguyen's daughter, joining us to both shape the wrapper, correct? And then fill it. So Emily, tell us what your mom is doing right now.
Okay, so basically we just saw the dough being made with the orange dough wrapped around the white dough. So right now she's just taking those little cut up segments, pressing them into circular-ish shapes. And then in a second, so this is the chocolate dough, it's not actually chocolate flavored, but we're gonna take this and then roll it into very thin stripes, like the tiger stripes, which will then be laid on the wrapper as she works her magic and turns these little clumps of dough into wrappers. And then when it comes out, it'll look just like tiger skin.
Okay, so do we need to start?
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
do you and your mom ever have competitions to see who does this faster?
Oh, I can't do this at all.
Okay,
So I
then,
would
then
lose
you're on her team. We'll be on one team then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just kind of pinch off a little bit?
Yeah,
is
just
that-
pinch off like a tiny, like smaller than you think you would.
Oh, I know. I might have given this to
Oh. You gotta earn your stripes somehow, Joe.
There you go.
Is that this part too?
Maybe 4. Yeah,
Maybe
so
I'll cut.
just,
Okay,
Okay.
like super thin.
super thin.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to like touch anything until maybe the past year.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yes. So,
This is harder. This is harder than it looks.
But you've been watching.
oh yeah, since I was like very, very young.
And do you does your family make dumplings just certain times a year, or kind of?
Sometimes I'll text my mom and I'll be like, hey, I'm kind of craving dumplings, and then she'll either be like, we don't have time for that, or she'll agree. More often she'll agree, and so I mean, definitely the big occasions, so like Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, or yeah, I would say like Lunar New Year is the big one, but we have it like all throughout. So normally we eat this during the winter. It's not really a
Summer.
type thing, but I mean, I guess.
It could be.
It could be, right?
What is your favorite? What is your favorite filling?
Favorite filling? Ooh, I really like ground pork and then Chinese chives and shrimp all mixed together.
Oh, all mixed together.
Yes.
That does sound really good. That's what we should have been doing here.
We got the
yeah,
shrimp.
a lot of moving parts, but very good. Or I like Napa cabbage and pork a lot too. Yeah.
Okay, so now your mom has been we've been chatting
Yeah, she's been working.
and making the stripes.
Right.
So after cutting and she's rolling
Yes.
them thin.
Yes. So, and traditionally when we make dumplings together, Normally one person or maybe two people will be making the wrappers, and then the rest of the family will be actually making the dumpling. So that's what we'll be doing in just a second as soon as she gets kind of rolling.
So we'll have a little assembly line going along, right?
This is, yes, a little
assembly line,
exactly. Yeah, and so this is what the wrappers look like, and then we will.
And so after putting the stripes down, she's rolling them a little, pressing the stripes into the dough.
Right, yes, exactly.
Okay. Wow. Can you see this okay?
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah, okay, so I guess I'll wait until a few more
we're gonna
wrappers are made. But
Catch up here.
Make a few wrappers here. Okay. Oh. Now, Emily, we didn't ask you. Tell us what how old you are and what school you go to.
Oh, yes, I'm 17. I'm a junior at Lake Ridge High School. I'm also on the Lake Oswego School Board.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You're the youth member, right?
The youth member on the school board?
Sorry?
You're the youth member on
Yes,
the
I'm
school
one
board.
of the two. Yeah, so this is what
that's
the
great.
wrappers look like, by the way. They look like little tigers, so when you wrap them up, they'll look just like
Oh, that's
a little
beautiful.
tiger skin. Yeah, and it's the year of the tiger, right?
So, since it is the year of the tiger, they look like we're making tiger dumplings, but what do you do in other years when it's like the year of the year of the dog or year of the
I mean, yeah, that
the
would
year
be a
of the
lot more
dragon?
difficult, right?
Yeah.
to make a dumpling.
Well, the year of the dragon. Well, the year of the dragon. What would you do with the year of the dragon?
Year of the dragon. That's a good question. I don't know that we would do anything.
Well, you make this. What's this? A xiaolong bao? That's already the drag. Isn't that the dragon dumplings?
I think so the xiaolong, the long refers to like the way that we steam.
Oh, so it's
dumplings.
not dragon.
No,
I see.
different, very confusing.
Yeah.
But phonetics.
I always thought that it was the dragon.
I mean, I could be mistaken, but it's my understanding, yeah, that it's the way that we steam it. It's
I
like
see.
a bamboo steamer.
I see.
Right. But obviously they don't always use bamboo steamers now. But if you go to like Din Tai Fung, they have the little.
That's true.
What we call that
Yeah.
like a long.
Yeah.
Which is where xiaolong bao comes in. Okay, so we have 3 wrappers down, so I guess
Okay.
we can all start if that's all right. So we're gonna take the dumpling wrapper on our hand like this, and so
With the stripes on your palm.
Right, with these
Okay.
it's important to notice how the stripes go. Right, with normal just white, it doesn't really matter like what direction you put it
Right.
in. But because we want the wrappers to look like this, we have to be it's important to lay them kind of vertically.
Okay.
So we can use a spoon or chopsticks, and it's roughly like this much, like a spoonful. And then we're gonna lay it right in the center in kind of an ovally shape. And then we're gonna take the front and the back, and we're gonna pinch it right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might actually have too much. So if that happens, I can just scoop
Okay.
a little bit out. And then we're gonna take this and then pleat it backwards. And so I've always done kind of 4 pleats, but more or less is also fine. And then the other side, we're just gonna do the exact same thing, where you take it, pinch it, and then pleat it. And it's really important to seal them very well,
Wow.
or else they'll just kind of fall apart in the boiling water, which we obviously don't want.
You've only been doing this for a year, you say.
Well, I've been watching for a really long time. I've been noticing the details. So this is what it looks like.
Quite impressive.
Yeah,
That's
and
beautiful.
I mean, I definitely, this is one of my good ones, I would say. But
Wow.
my mom can tell you, there have been many a catastrophe once they entered.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Let's do this together, Joe.
Okay.
Let's see. So take one of these.
I'll make one at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is this the shape of the dumpling? We're doing the tiger dumplings, but in general, does the shape matter? When you're making dumplings, are they always this shape?
Well, okay.
And what's
so
the significance of the shape?
Traditionally, the shape of the dumpling looks like how like old Chinese coins would be.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, really?
it's crazy identical. So it's just like a little ingot of gold almost. So they
Ah.
represent kind of like
This shape.
prosperity and good luck,
Mm.
and wealth into the new year. So
Very
yeah,
good.
and
Okay.
these are like what normal dumplings would look like. It's
Okay.
just the color kind of makes them look like
All
tiger.
right.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Okay.
So
Well,
they're
give it-
always this shape.
I mean, yes, but
For the most
there's all
part.
sorts of different dumplings. So,
What about the round dumplings?
right, like xiaolong bao?
Is that okay?
Right, those I guess could be classified as a type of dumpling, but those also have the little pleats on the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yes, and so other dumplings like wontons, I guess you could also say are dumplings. My mom's laughing because we wouldn't. I in Chinese culture we would not classify them as dumpling, but I mean, kind of the same wheelhouse, right? Those also have the same sort of folds that you do.
Okay. So you said in the middle first, right?
Middle
Yes, the
first.
middle.
Okay. And then pleat them.
and then pleat.
And then are you working from the middle out?
Yeah, I'm working from the middle out. So you take this and then you pleat it in front like that, or I guess in the back, and then pinch it a little bit, and then pinching it with the thumb and the kind of knuckle of your forefinger works the best to kind of get it even. And then
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. Well, Counselor Wen and I have no kitchen experience whatsoever. We just want to let everyone know. Okay. So.
Well, how do you get it so on yours you have the pleats on the front, but in the back it's just flat on the back. Mine has pleats on both sides.
Oh, okay. So you just take this one piece and fold it onto itself.
Okay.
Like that, almost.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So it's kind of like an accordion fold. You could say.
Right.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way better than my first one, that's for sure.
So it looks like we've got empanada-shaped ones. We've got wonton-shaped
like
ones.
I mean, as long as they're sealed well.
Yes.
That's what I'm concerned
Keeping the insides, keeping the fillings inside.
Maybe ours we'll save for the frying pan.
Yeah, one of my favorite stories is, and I hope my mom doesn't get mad at me for sharing, but my aunt, I recently found out this story, but my aunt, when she was like the baby of the family, so they would make dumplings at the holidays, right? And everybody would work so hard on these dumplings, and then she would take a chopstick and poke a hole in each one of them, so that you would basically just have to start the whole process over, right? Because you can't put those into the boiling water and just have them all.
Why would you do that?
Well, just to create chaos.
Oh, I see.
Chaos on the kitchen.
Bored. Right? I mean, it's not a family gathering without a little bit of chaos.
Well, that's true. Now, do you have a preference over because when we go to cook these dumplings, tell us we're going to cook them a couple different ways, right?
Yes. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can cook them, including steaming them, which we're not going to show today. But just dropping them in boiling water. And the other way, which is my personal favorite, is pan frying them. So they're like pot stickers, right?
And why do you just prefer the texture?
Yeah, I think the texture is better, and I think, just mainly the texture piece, and also, so normally what we do is, like, the first time we make dumplings, normally we'll make like a whole bunch. In my house we'll make a whole bunch, and then we'll freeze some of them. So, in my opinion, frozen dumplings taste a lot better pan fried, just texture wise, compared to boiled frozen.
Right.
Dumplings. So yeah.
Let's take practice. Look at that. At least the colors are nice.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks really good.
All right, maybe we'll kind of add a little
and it is
round shape.
Easier if you're having a little trouble. It's easier if you put just like less filling because it kind of has more room to work with. So yeah.
I think I can plate this nice on this one, but you know, it all tastes the same.
Exactly.
Now the plate is just for looks.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Okay, now should we start the?
Well, how about we trade? Maybe you should change jobs here. I think you're probably more adept at rolling than I am at.
You want to roll?
Huh? I want to roll.
Should we switch?
How about we watch you, Emily, and your mom do it? See how you guys do it.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. To rolling the. Well, we can like look at how she does it first.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess now is not a good example because she's just pressing the stripes on. But rolling it like a circular motion. And Mom, your dad taught you how to do this too, right? Yes. Yeah. So it kind of gets passed down like through generations, and I believe your mom also doesn't know how to make the wrappers. So
yeah, you want to try it? Okay.
In my life, I will learn
okay, that's better, right?
Yeah, I want to try
So your grandmother doesn't know how to make the wrappers.
No, but she is very.
Your father does. Your grandfather.
Yes, my grandfather knows how to roll into.
Yeah, I'll get one.
It takes a lot of fun.
So in Chinese culture, men and women both having the dumpling responsibilities.
Yeah, I think it depends on the family, but I mean, making dumplings is like a family.
Everyone
participates, right? Even
That's
if
great.
it's just watching.
That's great. Even if it's just watching or eating. Okay, so now we are ready for the cooking portion of this dumpling process. And so Emily, tell us, you're going to cook one way, and what way is that?
Yeah, so we're gonna just put them into boiling water, very easy.
Boiling water, okay.
Yes.
And so right now, we are just waiting for the water to boil.
Yes.
Okay.
Watch that pot.
And it's almost there. And then you have made us a couple sauces for when it comes time to eat. Abby, tell us what you've done here.
Right. So I just prepared some very simple sauce. That's something that Chinese really love, and she is very famous in China. She is like the go-to chili sauce. You can see the logo here. Any Asian grocery store will carry this. Yeah. So
what is it called?
This is called 老干妈. You can ask any Chinese person, say, do you like 老干妈? They will tell you. It's like
You
it's.
like lao gan ma?
I do very much. Yes, thank you. Your word. Yeah. Every Chinese will know this. So you just put the vinegar. We use the darker rice vinegar. We call it zhenjiang. That's the town that's famous for this type of vinegar. You can see how popular it is. It is gone. Yeah, I know. And you just put a little bit. Everyone can tolerate chili sauce a little differently. So you just put it to your taste. It can be really spicy. So I just put like maybe half of a teaspoon mixing with this vinegar. But some people like to eat it just with the vinegar, and some people would just eat the dumpling alone. So there's no wrong way of eating dumpling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have the water's boiling.
Boiling.
Okay, so now
So
what?
we're just gonna take the plate of dumplings
Okay.
and drop them in. You don't want to drop them from up here, right? Because you don't want the water to splash.
Be careful. Okay.
Yes. And we're just gonna drop
And you can, how many can you put in the pot? As many as you can fit?
as many as you can fit without
Correct.
them crowding. Yeah, or
Okay.
touching each other.
Okay.
So
Then this is when we find out how tight our seams are.
yes, the moment of truth. So,
And then how long do they need to cook for?
ow, touch the water. But yeah, and then we're gonna pour. This is just cold water.
Oh.
Here, just like a little, maybe a quarter of a cup.
So what is adding cold water to boiling water? What's the purpose of that?
Well, just so that it cooks all the way through, and it like the outside doesn't cook faster than the inside.
Okay.
So we're just gonna do maybe 2 or 3 rounds.
Okay.
Of, as soon as the water boils, we'll add a little bit more cold water.
I see.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
And you want to add it right at the moment that it's boiling.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then how will we know when they are done?
When they float to the top.
They will float.
Yes.
All right.
Well, while we're waiting for them to float, tell us about a little bit about the Chinese American community in Lake Oswego.
Oh yeah.
How big is it?
Well, I heard there. I mean, you tell me because it's. I heard there are like nearly 3,000 Chinese people living in Lake Oswego, but we do have a really big online social media group. We use an app called WeChat. So people will post their needs in the chat. Sometimes just they post anything happening in the community, and yeah, things that's happening in the community all get to shared. Sometimes people newly arrived, they might need some help. They will come to us, and we can gather some help for those needed people. Yeah,
That's great.
we do a lot of work with the school here. I was on the parent club in Lake Oswego Junior High. So we did 1 year before the pandemic. We did a really big lunch, Chinese lunch for the teachers. Yeah,
very good.
they all loved it so much. We wanted to continue that tradition. However, given the current circumstance, but we foreseen that we will continue when it permits us to.
When we have it, are we invited to this Chinese dinner that you're having for the school?
It's lunch. You still
there's
invited.
lunch,
Yeah. Dinner, you have to come to my home. Yeah. Different menu. Okay.
Are there any Chinese traditions that you wish we had here in the U.S.?
Well, actually, I think we get a lot here, living here in Oregon. Actually, a lot of people, my friend living in the U.S. actually are very jealous about, because I love seafood. We have, live seafood market here, and I can get all those, even lao gan ma here. I don't have anything to blame, right? Yeah, but I feel like, there is still some work that, like this, you are doing a great job bringing our culture to the audience in Lake Oswego. So if we can have more and more culture events like this, I think the Chinese folks living in Lake Oswego will be very excited, and you can attract more Chinese people to come here and share their unique culture.
Well, we really appreciate it. We appreciate you, Li Ping, Emily, all
Yeah.
sharing your generations of dumpling knowledge.
Same, yeah. Thanks to L.O. Reeds to invite us to do this. Yeah, it's our honor to be here.
Well, now, so they're kind of, it's a little like ambiguous floating here.
Yeah,
So-
ambiguous floating. So we're gonna wait until the water boils and then we'll be done.
Okay, okay. So while we've been chatting, you've been adding cold water
Yes.
to prevent the over cooking
Yes.
or the uneven cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a quarter
Okay.
cup at a time. So
Okay. And then you have a little
a
strainer.
little ladle. Yes.
Okay,
Um,
that's great. And it looks like these dumplings have held together.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think any of them actually.
So they call
Wow.
them
You did a good job.
seaworthy dumplings.
Yes.
Seaworthy,
Yes.
okay, seaworthy.
Yes.
So now we just
Okay. If you overcook the dumplings, what happens?
the wrapper becomes very soft and soggy.
Okay.
And then it
So
might
they may
even
break.
break. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the meat will come out.
But still edible.
Yeah,
Still tasty.
definitely. You make a new dish, right? Yeah.
And there's not too much filling, because of course we want to be sure that the pork filling is cooked
Yes.
all the way through.
So what we do at home is we'll just take one out and then check. But
And you pick a special member of your family to.
yeah, to try. But yeah, these are the boiled dumplings, and we can make them look better. But
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
They look great. Okay, here, let's. Very good. Well, they really held their color, and they look very vibrant.
Yeah.
They look like tigers, right?
They look like tigers. Rawr.
Thank you.
Okay, so now Abby is going to
Yes.
show us the other way of cooking the dumplings.
Sure, yeah.
pan fried.
I'm gonna do the pan fried because a lot of my Western friends like the crunchiness of the bottom of the dumpling, so
Okay,
we do the pan
So I
fried.
will. I'm going to just move this.
Thank you.
Hot water over here.
Yes,
Okay. And then you're just going to use a saute pan.
right.
You're going to crank it up.
I'm gonna do this, and then you're gonna put a little bit oil in it. It doesn't have to be like a lot, just maybe 2 tablespoons.
Couple tablespoons.
Yeah.
Just an olive oil.
Yes, that's my cooking olive oil that can tolerate high heat.
Okay.
And then you just take your dumpling. I like to do is everybody has their own
But you need
technique.
to let it get hot first, or no?
No, you don't.
you don't?
Yeah, you can do that, and then you kind of touch the oil at the bottom, and then kind of spread the oil and the dumpling.
Okay.
Yeah. Then if you can line up very neat, then you can fit more dumpling in it.
Okay.
But if you don't have a lot, you can do however you want.
Very good.
So you asked really good questions. Do you cook a lot at home? Oh, very
I
good.
have a little cooking
not
experience.
to,
A little
right,
cooking experience.
That's good. Yeah. Lucky for you, you have your own
Mainly-
restaurant to go
mainly
for.
from these Ella Reed's cooking shows.
Yes. Okay. So we wait a little bit.
And now I note too, you don't have it on high.
I
don't want
don't.
it on high,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it depends. You can put it on like medium.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, not too
But
high
not high.
because you want to cook the bottom a little bit. Like when you lift one up, you can see a little golden color.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add some water in it to
Oh.
then you cover the top to let it simmer
well, this
until
is
the
nice.
water is all gone. Then it's cooked. Yeah.
So we have a little water still from our boiler.
Yes,
We're gonna
and then we
this?
can use
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be, it's going to make some noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be really good.
And we
So
have,
when you
yeah,
have
this
the
is-
water, isn't also when you put the lid on it, it's essentially kind of also steaming it too, right?
Right,
You're frying
yeah.
and steaming it, right?
Yes, and then it becomes like the bottom is like crispy, and then it's like the top is steamed, but not like those like just steamed ones.
Right.
Yeah, the steamed ones you use a different dough, so they are a little bit translucent.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see the filling usually.
Okay. Oh, very good. Could you tell us a little bit about what role food plays in the Chinese culture?
Food? Well, food is the international language, right? Everybody who doesn't love food, but especially in China, we love to eat and we love to share our cooking with our family and friends. I hear a little sizzling. Let's check the bottom of it. Yeah, it's getting little crispier, we can.
Don't do this at home, folks. She's using bare hands to check the
If you are Chinese, you are allowed to do this, yeah, because you are born with the technique. But you need to be easy, yeah. So yeah, so food usually is like a symbols reunion. Like every time you have a visitor come to your family, you treat them with your homemade cooking. That's the highest, treatment that you can get from a Chinese family. And everybody has their secret recipes that we love to share each other with some very special food.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many different types of dishes, as I've heard about your cooking, it's somewhat legendary, throughout Lake Oswego.
Li Ping is a really good cook too, yeah. Yeah.
How many different types of dishes would you traditionally make if you're having people over for dinner?
Well, it depends on how much time you have. Dumpling is always something that you do. And then I do the xiaolongbao and the shenzhenbao at home too. But I like to do some stir fried as well, some chicken soup with bamboo shoots and cured meat. That's a signature dish from Shanghai, where I am from. Yeah. So I also cook Western food too. So next time if you do another show, with other kind of recipe, I can be here to help, okay? So now you can add some water to...
Okay, so now the water for sure. So are we checking to see if they're...
Yeah,
well, they're not cool.
it is quite here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look,
Oh, that
it's
way,
like,
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
But
just
it's
when
going to
they
get crispy later too,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna add, now I have the lid.
Yes, and then you...
How much? Just a couple of tablespoons?
Let me see, you can add all of that too.
All of this?
Yes,
How much?
yes. Okay, then you cover.
Okay.
And then now we can make it, bigger.
Okay, so now we've turned up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
So
until
we don't
you...
have to turn them over.
You don't, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They just sit there, and then, like Daniel said, the bottom gets to be pan fried, and the top is like being
Will become
steamed.
steamed.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're getting real happy here in this
Right.
water.
Yeah. Some people like to deep fry their dumplings as well, but it becomes quite greasy. But this is, everybody's different, right? Yeah.
Now, how are we
Yeah.
looking on these?
This looks really good. Yeah.
You think that
You just need to wait until you don't see any water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the water is definitely evaporated out since we
Right.
started and we're chatting here.
Yeah.
Okay, but then the dumplings have poofed.
Yes.
And I can see that they're looking very crispy, even on the top.
Thank you for sharing. We cannot see from our angle.
I can tell it smells really good because while you guys are talking, I'm salivating over here because I can smell the vinegar. I can smell the normal from the past. Like, okay, it's all the way in.
Yeah.
They're pretty
Yeah.
good. I mean, a couple. Okay,
Yeah.
I think we're.
Let's see. Oh, it looks really good. We just need to turn it and give a little,
Okay.
because
Make sure.
when you still see the liquid, the bottom won't be very crispy.
I see.
So you want to, sometimes at the very end, you can turn the fire down a little bit and then open the lid
Yeah.
and help it, dry up.
Should we?
Yeah, we can do that.
Turn it down a little bit.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Smell the smell.
I can already see, the bottom. I think
You think they're
it's
good?
mostly done, yeah. It's good.
So then, we'd use a spatula or something to get them out of the
Right.
of the chopsticks.
For this part, I don't use my hand.
No hands. Yes.
Right. Okay, smells really good. I'm gonna turn it off, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are
So how
done.
should we take them out?
Yeah, we have
onto
a
the-
plate.
Yeah.
Well-
Chopsticks, want to use chopsticks?
These are the dirty plates.
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
I'll get them.
Make clean plates. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Make me nervous. Maybe a.
Huh? No, they want to get you different utensils. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay, we can add it. Oh, are you okay? Wow, she said.
Let's see the bottom. Oh yeah, that looks good, huh?
We've already boiled, yeah.
Okay.
这个我还不知道有没有熟呢，熟了对吧？Okay, good. Yeah, we did.
This looks great.
test. Yeah. Do you
Wow.
want to dig in?
Okay, well now here we have our finished tiger dumpling product, the boiled version. and the pan fried.
Yes.
And now we're going to taste.
Right.
Y'all did such a good job. And thank you all for showing us how to put this together. Okay.
Great teamwork. Yeah. You did great. Yeah.
Family style.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's dig in. And we have the special sauce.
Yeah.
Who's going to go first?
Yeah, you could have some napkin. Yeah.
I want to try one of these crispy ones. Those
Yeah.
are calling out to me.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, I'm fine. I eat all the time.
Now, if we want to try the sauce, do we just dip?
Yes, you do. Oh, see, the soup is coming out. You did a good job. Yeah, for the filling. There's soup in it.
That's amazing.
They're delicious.
It's very good.
Good. Do you like it?
Wow.
You like it, huh?
I like it so much.
Yeah, making fresh dough. I mean, there's such a big difference with the fresh dough because we're used to eating these from the frozen state, right? But these are like no comparison. So.
Yeah, very fresh. Yeah. I hope this will encourage everyone to make it at home.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Usually you can buy the wrap at home, the wraps from the store, the
Yeah.
frozen wraps,
Yeah.
but the fresh made one are really good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we saw that
Yeah,
the
clearly.
recipe is just so easy. It's just flour, pinch
Right.
of salt, some water, and then
Yeah.
whatever color that you want to add to it, right?
Right. Or you just make the white one. Yeah, you just make the white.
White one is okay.
Yes.
Well, I like color in my life, so I'm going to try to make it.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, we want to thank all of you for sharing, this experience with us and with the Lake Oswego community. This has been a very special experience that we can all now replicate at home, and sharing this tradition with us means a lot. Thank you all very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much for having us.
And
Yeah.
thank you, Mayor Joe and Councilman Nguyen
Yes.
for helping with this project for Lake Oswego Reads. This
It's
is
our
wonderful.
pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, Miss.
Thank you. All right, let's keep eating.
Oh, come on, everybody try. 这个他们煮吧。
Wow. Okay. Well, of course, now I'm very hungry after watching that. After
You guys did great.
Yeah, it brought back the memory.
It was so fun.
Now, we want to take time to answer questions if anyone, but how do folks, put the questions, if you have questions, yes, please put them in the chat.
Q&A option on your Zoom toolbar. So if anybody has questions, please ask away.
Or you can share with us as well if you did, if you watched the video, or if anyone cooked along with this, we would love to know. Thanks, Alicia.
Yeah, thank you, Alicia.
Thank you. Put everything together.
Yeah.
I hope people not only watch it, but they can remake it at home and have a taste of the tiger dumplings themselves as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that like dumplings. So now I hope, through the cooking show, that people will know it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. I mean, just like any other food.
And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
there's a
it'll work.
question. There's a question about how long to boil the dumpling. Li Ping, you want to share your experience?
So basically, for the fresh dumplings, when you see all the dumplings up on the water, so when it's pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
If you see them up.
Yeah, my technique is that you boil the water, then you put the dumpling in, and you wait until it floats to the top. You add a little bit of the cold water, then wait for it to float again. So you do it 2-3 times, then that's how you, we don't usually calculate the time, but that's when you see it floats like 2-3 times.
So if it's a fresh made, probably the less time. If it's frozen, you probably want a medium heat, and you want to put the lid on. Then you put add cold water. But if it's fresh, and so it's fine. As far as it flow up, it will be fine. And if you are not sure, grab one and try it.
Yeah. And the vegetarian choices, I really love Li Ping's recipe of the Chinese chive and the scrambled eggs together. And you can add a little bit of the glass noodle as well. If people don't eat eggs, what's your suggestion, Li Ping?
If you don't eat egg, you can use tofu, as we said the other day. But with the tofu, you want to, before you do that, you want to put a little bit of salt in it and drain the water before you mix them together, because if it's too much water, it's hard to wrap them later on.
Yeah, it's a great event to do with your grandchildren, Sherry. A lot of, I think, I forgot who is there also the other day, her name, she made off the scene with me behind when you were recording and we did together. She said she's going to do with her grandchildren.
Oh, maybe Janice?
Yeah, Janice, yes. Yeah,
And
Janice
I
does
see
it.
Janice is here watching, and Janice, we thank you for all of your help putting this together.
Yes, yeah.
It was a lot of fun to do it all together. This is definitely a multi-person process, or at least more fun that way.
Right.
Yes, it's a very it's a very good family bonding event.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you again, Abby, Li Ping, and Li Ping. Please extend our thanks to Emily as well for sharing this this great tradition with the Lake Oswego community. And now this video will live on forever. So.
Thank you so much, Mayor Joe Buck and Nancy and everyone who invited us for this event. We truly enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a treat to have you guys. And this video will be on our YouTube channel, Lake Oswego Reads 2022. So you can find it there. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.